This is Emily Levy with a little video about how to use Canva to make a Facebook cover image. As you can see, if you go to canva.com and create a free account, you'll see a screen that looks like this that says Start a New Design, and it has already several predetermined image sizes. If you hover over them, you'll actually see the number of pixels. And one of those is Facebook cover. You also have the option to use custom dimensions. If you click on that, you can enter the height and width of the image you want in either inches or pixels. I'm going to choose Facebook cover. And one thing of the things that I like about this is the way that it's set up. It's going to tell me exactly where my profile image, my profile photo will overlap the cover image so that I can make sure that I'm not using a photograph or an image behind that will have an important part of it hidden behind my profile photo. So for this, I'm actually going to use a photograph that I took myself of a pomegranate, and I did that without telling you what I was doing. I clicked on Uploads on the left, and then I found the photograph that I had already uploaded, and I'm simply dragging it onto the canvas. And then I can resize it by clicking and dragging and actually reposition it. I can resize it and reposition it exactly where I want it to be. I can crop the photo as well if I want to cut parts of it off. There we go. So I'm going to make it bigger so the pomegranate is nice and big, and I don't want it quite that big. Make it a little bit smaller by dragging that corner arrow. Position it where I want it to be, and the only parts that are going to show are the parts that are within that white rectangle. When that's about where I want it, I like to have it over to the side so it's not quite so centered, but this seems to be about the best that I can do. And then click outside of it and it sets the image there. Now I want to write something across it, and I want a background that will make my text visible. So I'm gonna type into the search box here, and I'm not doing a whole training on Canva right now, but I just want to give you an idea of how you can work with it to do this. So I'm gonna type in here shapes. Actually, I could just click on shapes because it's right there. And it's going to load into this gray area a bunch of shape choices. Theoretically anyway, it's going to do that. I think it's going slowly because of the screen recorder, because when I was using it earlier it was moving a lot more quickly than this. Okay, there we go. And what I want is actually just a rectangle. So I'm going to click or drag this over here. I don't actually want this size or shape, so I'm gonna create the shape I want by dragging click outside to deselect and then hover over it and move it. And I want it right about there, but I actually want to stretch it a little bit, and as I said, this isn't the color I want. I want it to be white. So I'm clicking on this color circle and choosing white. If I choose this plus mark, I can choose any color I want. But in this case, I want white. But I don't want solid white. I actually want it to be transparent. So I'm going to click on the shape again, click transparency, and slide this until it's about as transparent as I want it. So I want the pomegranate to show through, but I want it to give me enough of a white background that my text is going to show up. So just about like that. And then I'm going to click on text and add some text here. It's going to give me blank text as soon as I start typing. The words add text will go away, and I'm going to type the word autumn. Actually, I want a whole lot of M's in there for the deliciousness of the pomegranate. I can choose whatever font I'd like. There are a whole lot of them to choose from. I'm going to choose Amaranth. I'm going to choose a color for the text, and I actually want something like that pomegranate-y color that was there before. So when I slide this around and then choose it, select it again, it will give me, I think my computer is having a memory issue right now because of the screen sharing. Because it should actually give me a slider to choose the, there we go, it's down there. It was scrolled out of view. To choose how dark or bright I want the color to be. So I actually want it to be fairly dark like that. And then I'm unclicking, I'm going to move this right up onto the white. And maybe I'll even make it more emphatic by having the letters farther apart. So I'm going to choose text spacing and space those letters farther apart. And I see that, okay, and I actually don't want that rectangle to be quite that big. So there we go. Now I have my cover photo, and all I need to do is click download, and it will download it to my computer, and then I can upload it to Facebook. That's all.